my Polish girlfriend, our names will be the same. It won't be long now, my Polish girlfriend, our names will be the same.
All right. Here we are, another episode of the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio. Getting off to a bit of a clunky start because once again we are using a different technology to try to bring you the finest in polkas, waltzes, and obetics. And the occasional mystery tune thrown in as well, just to keep things interesting. So this is the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio. My name is David Jackson. Thank you very much for tuning in. We just heard two fabulous songs right there from the Polka Padre. We heard Polish Girlfriend, and we heard Hop Sadyna. That's some good classic vinyl, which I must point out was donated to the Sunday Morning Polka Show, which is certainly something that is deeply appreciated because we are able to preserve that vinyl by copying it over to the digital format and then presenting it here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show. All right. Remember, you can always send us an email at sundaypolka@gmail.com, sundaypolka@gmail.com. And we want to bring you now the Polish word of the day. Here it is, another noun. We've been using a lot of nouns the past few weeks. The Polish word of the day is koniec. Koniec. Here it is in a sentence. Dzwonek oznajmił koniec lekcji. We'll talk a little bit about more of what that means later. I'm sure plenty of you already know. And now we're going to, however, bring you some fabulous Tommy Reeder music. Again, starting off with some classics, but don't worry, as the show progresses, we will throw in some brand new stuff, and some middling stuff, and some really old stuff. All kinds of fabulous music for your listening pleasure. Here's Tommy Reeder with the Music Box Dancer.
I could hurt this way. And heartache number 2 was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hopeful hearts I waited for your knock at the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
That guy over there, oh, isn't he a dreamboat?
Oh, I think he's a sweetheart, all right?
Yeah, I'd love to go out with him. Would you?
Well, why don't you go and ask him to dance?
Are you kidding me?
Why not?
Oh, gee.
Oh, come on. All he can do is say no. And I'm sure he wouldn't say no to you.
I'd go on.
That's true. We hate to talk about ourselves, but here's one time we must. Your confidence we trust. We have to speak or bust. It's funny how we get the guys we never try at all. We feed them, supply them, we're bound to make them fall. They go wild, simply wild over us. They go mad, just as mad, and make a fuss. But no matter where we're at, all the fellas, thin or fat, the small ones, the tall ones, we grab them all like that. Every night, how they fight over us. We don't know what it is that makes them fuss. They just look at us and sigh. In our arms they want to die. They go wild, simply wild over us. Date so many city guys, we give a few away. They howl for us each day, they're leading us astray. There are lots of pennies in this world that never get their wish. We always get the nice guys, it's just a natural gift. They go wild, simply wild over us. They go mad, just as foolish over us. Oh, we meet so many kinds, even leave a few behind. They love us, they kiss us, oh my, they must be blind. Every night, how they fight over us. We don't know what it is that makes them fuss. We can't say that we look great, so it truly must be fate, 'cause they're wild, simply wild over us.
what a fabulous set of polka music that was for you here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio. That was Dick Pillar's orchestra doing They Go Wild. And before that, we heard two fabulous songs from Tommy Reeder and his band, known at the time as the Polka Towners. That was from a recording called To Go. That was the Music Box Dancer and the Heartaches by the Number. We bring you as much fabulous polka music from as many sources as possible here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show. What we're trying to do these days is use the flawed home technology to put out a live show between 9 and 11, and then take that hour from 9 to 10 and put it up there in the archives. That's the plan, and we do the best we can with the technology available to us. All right, now it's time for some news from Poland here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show. And this is coming to you from Radio Poland. Here's the headline: Poles vote in presidential election. Poles on Sunday, that's today, headed to the ballot box to vote in a delayed presidential election amid the coronavirus pandemic. Polling stations opened at 7 a.m. for voters to elect a head of state from among 11 contenders, including incumbent President Andrzej Duda, who is seeking another 5 years in office. His rivals for the presidency include centrist Warsaw Mayor Rafał Trzaskowski, celebrity journalist Szymon Hołownia, far-right hopeful Krzysztof Bosak, leftist Robert Biedroń, and middle-of-the-road politician Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz, leader of the rural-based Polish People's Party. The other 5 candidates are entrepreneur-turned-politician Marek Jakubiak, academic Mirosław Piotrowski, businessman Paweł Tanajno, politician and social activist Waldemar Witkowski, and self-employed business owner Stanisław Żutek. Under a set of rules approved by Parliament and signed into law earlier this month, the country moved to conduct the election via a mixed system of postal and traditional in-person voting. The official results are expected to be announced over the next few days. If none of the candidates wins more than 50% of the vote, under Polish election rules, a second round will be held 2 weeks later on July 12th. In Poland, there is no electoral college, and the president is directly elected by the people. A record 387,000 Poles living abroad registered to vote in the country's presidential election by absentee ballot, according to a Polish deputy foreign minister. Amid a media blackout that began on Friday at midnight, domestic news organizations were prohibited from publishing opinion polls showing the level of support for candidates. Under Polish law, such a ban lasts until polling stations close. Political campaign is also forbidden during this period. The Polish presidential vote was originally scheduled for May 10th, but failed to go ahead amid the COVID-19 pandemic. All right, back into the music now. We're going to dig into the archives here. A scratchy old 78, but a damn fine one. This is the Narodowy, or National Oberek, by a band called W. Bernard and his orchestra. Hope you like it.
that since you walked out on me, nothing seems to be the same old way. Think about the love that burns within my heart for you. Good times we had before you went away on me. Walk right back to me this minute. Bring your love to me, don't send it. I'm so lonesome every day. Gdybyś wiedziała, jak mi smutno jest, tylko o ciebie ja myślę. Ja chcę, żebyś wiedziała, jak mi smutno jest, sam bez ciebie żyć ja nie mogę. Przypomnij se, jak dawniej dobrze było, te czasy są my razem spędzili. Przyznaj, ja ciebie proszę, miłość dała cię w sercu nocie, chodźmy razem na wieki.
Wasn't that a fun set of polkas and obetics for you? I certainly think it was, here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio with your host, David Jackson, fighting the technology to bring you the finest in polkas, waltzes, and obetics, along with news from Poland, which I think this week's news from Poland was the most fun ever, because it involves so much pronunciation of so many fabulous Polish names. And also the Polish word of the day. More on that later, but we need to tell you what that set of music was right there. That was the great old, I think Sonny Curtis wrote that song. The Everly Brothers had a big hit with it. Walk Right Back, as done by Mike Costa and The Beat. Brand new music here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio. And then a couple of old obetics. The Narodowy Obetik from W. Bernard and his orchestra, along with the Obetik Wesoły from Orkiestra Witkowskiego. Yes, indeed, we bring you the best mix of new, old, and in-between music of any polka show in the history of polka shows. And since it can't be disproven, we're just going to go ahead and assume it's true. Hey, how about that Polish word of the day? Here it is, koniec. Koniec, it's a noun. Here it is in a sentence. Dzwonek oznajmił koniec lekcji. How about that? We'll tell you a little more about what that means later. But for now, we're going to hear from The Beat with one they call the end of time. Going all the way back to 1998 for this one, which is hard to believe now. 1998 is 22 years ago. But it is.
And I honestly can say that I knew one day I'd ask you to be mine. We faced the good times and the bad, but I thought the love we had would be the kind that lasts until the end of time. The day had come for us to be united, two as one. When our eyes met, we said I do. Our lives had just begun, and so I honestly can say that the love we shared
I've been walking these shores all my day, but with you by my side, I am walking on the way. There's two lovers in the distance as they walk down to the sand. Their silhouettes are on the water as they're walking hand in hand. And it's a game of sweet surrender when there's nothing left to say, and there are moments to remember once these days have gone away. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. Look out on the ocean, see the headlands and the strands, and you wonder what horizons will shape tomorrow's plans. And through the turning of the seasons and the cycle of the days, every drink's another reason to let tomorrow sail away. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. Surfing up the ocean, breakers on the shore, the echoes of our bodies, the lovers' dreams we soar. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. But with you by my side, I am walking on the waves.
that is all. That's very helpful. It's very helpful when a polka recording tells you that it's coming to an end, so that you know. That was Wow by Randy Krajewski and Badanov. It's my understanding that today is Mr. Krajewski's birthday. And so we say Feliz cumpleaños a tu, and Stolat, and all that sort to Mr. Krajewski on the event of his 29th birthday. We heard Waves, Walking on the Waves, a fabulous brand new song from the Dynabrass. And we heard a 22-year-old song that sounds brand new, End of Time, from a fabulous group called The Beat, led by Mike Costa. Hey, why don't we remind you of that Polish word of the day, koniec, with the sentence, dzwonek oznajmił koniec lekcji. More to come on that later. Thank you all for tuning in to the Sunday morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio with your host, David Jackson. Hey, in all of these switchovers and catastrophes of technology, we lost some of our Dynatones music. So number one, if anybody has some Dynatones they want to send me, please feel free to do so. I'm digging through the vinyl trying to find it so we can re-record it. That email is sundaypolka@gmail.com. Meanwhile, we're finding some stuff where we can, pulling it together here and there, making it happen. So here from live from Dick Pillar's polka, I don't know what he called it then, Polkabration. Anyway, it was a Dick Pillar-sponsored East Coast polka event. This is the Dynatones from that event, I believe, doing the Dorothy polka. That's at least the hope anyway.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
potem wryć zakrosna, a sama się ustoiła i do miasta poszła i nie ma. Pragustyna życia na dębowy desce, a potem się ustoiła i do miasta poszła i nie ma.
Out in the hen house, listen to the chatter, getting up at dawning.
I absolutely love that song right there. That is a fabulous pay-in, if you will, to Country Livin' by the Ted Gomulka Orchestra, a fabulous band out of Detroit. Yes, there are many Gomulkas, Lenny, Richie, Ted, that make fine polka music. Before that, we heard a couple of live songs, live, beautiful, wonderful tracks from the Dynatones. Yes, we did. We heard Raz, Dva, Trzy, 1, 2, 3, as good old Scrubby would say. And we heard Dorothy's here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio. Here's our final visit to the Polish word of the day. Koniec. It means end. Dzwonek oznajmił koniec lekcji means the bell sounded for the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in to this fabulous episode of the Sunday Morning Polka Show, where we bring you old music, new music, mostly Polish-style music. We bring you news from Poland and the Polish word of the day. Despite all of our technological difficulties, we hope that our enthusiasm and special features and quality music are enough to keep you tuning in from week to week. If the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, we will be back next week with another fine episode. Until then, do zobaczenia. But we're going to go out with a fabulous song from Molly B and Squeezebox.